Good morning and Jai Hind students. In today's class, we shall continue with the topic subject verb agreement. Okay, write it down. Write down the title. You know very well that practice is the most important thing for learning of any concept, whether it is science, Hindi, maths, English, social science, anything. The logic is that practice gives us experience of anything, and experience is the biggest thing. Okay, so the most important thing in grammar dealing with the rules is that make your sentences on your own, apply your brain, and see how the rules function when you try to incorporate your idea along with the grammatical concepts. Okay, so the rules that we are going to discuss over here are very common. Number one, very common. Everybody knows that singular subject agrees with singular verb and plural subject agrees with plural verb. But apart from these rules, these common rules, I'm sorry, please do not disturb the class. If you have anything, stand up, meet the boy, and then sit back to your place. Okay? Are you getting the point? Even in the class, if you want to talk to somebody, you simply stand up, go to the person you want to meet, talk to him, and then go back to your place. This is etiquette. Sitting at your place and talking is not a good habit. Okay, here in the school it is okay, but when you will go to universities, the professors will point it out and you will feel very sorry. Okay, so learn this. Alright. So I was saying over here that the common rules are well known to the people, but apart from these rules, there are certain unknown rules which are used by people, but being unaware of it, we wrongly make use of it. Okay. So today we shall use those illustrations and learn how does it function in English grammar and language. Another thing is that today you are here in class 10. In next 5-10 years, okay, I don't know 5 years or 10 years, but I'm hopeful that you will be in your studies. Am I right? Okay, 5 years or 10 years. Okay, those who will go for higher studies, they will give 10 years. Those who will do graduations, okay, that much will invest, I will say, 5 years, perhaps. But during those days, these topics will help you out. Even today, at this age, 35, I am reading these things. Okay, even today. So don't take this as a very common thing. Now, even in this age, why do I read these? Because rules are something which we forget if it is not in use. Are you getting the point? So if something is not in use, we are in habit to forget it. This is the very common. Brain is very common to everyone. Okay, something which is in function retains, which does not, it goes to the void. Okay. So please write it down. The first point, I have told you the importance of these rules, that whenever you practice, the more you practice, you understand. Okay, so better you discuss with your friends. You make use of these things in the classroom. Okay, and I have been telling you, see, this classroom study is not the real education. This classroom study, and I will keep speaking this in all my classes until unless you understand. This classroom education is not the real education. The real education is something that you do on your own. If you read any biography on your own, this is the real education. If you read any novel, if you read the newspaper every day, this is the real education. The people who read newspaper on regular basis, they are more capable and intelligent than those who are researching in the universities. You won't believe. So reading newspapers, magazine, your personal, something that is your personal. You are doing 5 questions of mathematics, this is your personal, and you will be the master of your subject. I guarantee those who are attending the classes regularly won't be in parallel to those students who are doing this. So are you getting the point? So mind the real studies. Yes. Point number 1. Subjects and verbs must agree in number. Write down. I am giving you a point and then the illustrations will be given to you, and then you will be making your sentence, and then class will get over. Subjects and verbs must agree in number. Now write down. The boy speaks. The boy speaks. T-double-O, too loud. The boy speaks too loud. Full stop. Another sentence for the same rule is the boys speak. S-P-E-A-K. Speak. T-double-O, loud. Now this rule befits to something that you read in the previous classes. Singular subject is equal to singular verb. So here you mind the number of the subject. Okay, yes, come in. Occupy the first table. The second rule is use of prepositional phrases. Use of prepositional prepositional phrases between subject and verb. Usually usually do not affect agreement. Usually do not affect agreement. Example, the colors of the rainbow. The colors of the rainbow are beautiful. So in place of colors and are, there is phrase of the rainbow. So underline colors, subject, and the verb are. Between these subject and verb, there is a phrase. Okay. So even if any phrase is used, okay, always mind the subject. And there, if you are aware of the subject, you will be making correct use of verb. Yes, sir. Yes, she has come now. Okay, all right. Next, when sentence starts, when sentence starts with, now write down in inverted comma, there or here. The adverb of place, here or there. Here or there. These are the adverbs of places. Okay. So there should be written in single inverted comma and here should be written in single inverted comma. When you write double inverted comma, it means that you are showing that somebody has spoken the. Okay, when you write something in single inverted comma, means you are talking about the word. Okay, are you getting the point? When you are quoting somebody's word, okay, whatever she said, if I would like to repeat, there I will put it in double inverted comma. If you want to quote something or take the name of the book or take the name of something, there we shall put single inverted comma. All right. So what have you written? The subject will always be. The subject will always be. Come in. Come in. Come in. You occupy this one girl A and one A, please sit there. Wait a moment. Is it free? Okay. The subject will always be placed after the verb. The subject will always be placed after the PLACED, placed after the verb. You know why? Because there is a word which is considered dummy. Okay? Dummy why? Because it is not showing whether the subject is singular or plural. Okay? So you do not know what will come after there, is or are, or was or were. It can only be clarified when we write the following subject, what we are talking about. Are you getting? See the example. There is a problem. There is a problem with the last boy. Second sentence. There is a problem. You can add up. Second statement. Our purpose is to see what is coming after such words like here and there. So here in this sentence you saw, you wrote they and then singular helping verb is used here. Okay. Now the question why did you use is because the following subject is a problem. So the subject is singular. Clear to you? Okay. So this is to be checked. Okay. Another example in this same is here are the examples to make you understand SVA, subject verb agreement. So our subject is the examples. It is in plural form, right? Second is, next is subjects do not always come before verbs. As you have taken the example just before this. Okay. The subjects do not always come before verbs. For example, where are the pieces of PIECES? Where are the pieces of this puzzle? PUZZLE. Where are the pieces of this puzzle? Will you put question mark? Yes, you must. And next rule is not required to write, very well, where there are more than two subjects, there and a conjunction and is used, so you do not need any example there, right? Next is just opposite to this. If there are two subjects, okay, and both are joined with a and d and conjunction, but it makes pair. So there you will make use of, somebody is speaking here. Which verb? Singular verb. Thank you, Raghav. Singular verb. Okay. So A, write it down, write the rules. If two subjects are joined by, write down in single inverted comma, A and D and conjunction and it shows single unit or thing or pair, okay, or set. You can write anything. Okay. It shows or it refers single unit, set, pair or thing. Okay. There we use singular verb. There we use singular verb. For example, rice and curry is a dish. Bread and butter. Okay, coming and going is prohibited. Coming is one thing, going is another thing. Okay, but this is a process of commutation, means movement. So there you will write is or was. Okay, horse and sickle. Okay, to and fro. Like that, there are many words which make pair. Okay, so yes. Ram and Sham are best friend. It is clear. Ram is one subject, Sham is another subject. So there are two subjects. So you will use plural verb. I said singular for something when there is pair. Ram and Shyam, if you will say Ram and Shyam is friend, it is wrong because Ram and Shyam is not making any pair. Okay, pair means set of one thing. Here in pair, I mean to say that set of one thing, singular dish. See, rice and curry is a singular dish. Okay, horse and carriage is singular thing. Coming and going means one thing, you are talking about movement. Okay. Body and soul means you are talking about dedication. So there is pair, set, pair, okay, which cannot be referred singularly. If you refer it singularly, it would be having its singular meaning. Clear? Next is, if two subjects are, yes, occupy the first place. Yeah. And you must meet the class teacher so that your attendance may be marked, right? Those who have come, right? Oh, what have you written?
If two subjects are.
used with in the single inverted comma write down the article. Okay, the single inverted comma close, put the in single inverted comma. Okay, the article. Okay, so they what have you written, please? The. Okay, the article. There we shall use plural verb. There we shall use plural verb. For example, the principal and the owner, or you can write the director. The principal and the director. So principal is the first subject, you have used the article before it. Director is the second subject, you have used the before it. So the sentence is the principal, then conjunction and the director. So in both the subjects, the article is used. It shows that we are talking about two different people. Okay. For example, the black cat, write down, the black cat and the white cat, and the white cat. So there you are talking about two different cats. So you know very well you will use plural verb, right? Another thing is when one subject is, write down, the rule is a bit different, okay, from the previous rule. This rule is a bit different. When the first subject is used with the article, when the first subject is used with the should be in single inverted comma, the article, and another subject is not. Okay, and another subject is not. Means in another subject you are not using any article. In this case, write down, we use singular verb. In this case, we use singular verb. Come in, please. Okay, you sit here. Can you manage? We shall see. You will have to meet the coordinator. Come in. Go there, please. Last table. If you are not comfortable, please ask somebody. They will manage bench for you. Okay. You may change. Okay. So I said that. See here in this rule, there are two subjects. With the first subject, the definite article is used, and with the other subject, no article is used. So in this case, you will use singular verb. Okay. Example, write down the example. The black and white cat. In the previous sentence, you have written the black and the white. In this sentence, you have written the black and white. Means in the second subject, you are not using any article. It means the definite article. So there it is referring that you are talking about one thing or one person. Okay. Alright. So there you will use singular verb. The principal and director. Or the director and principal means you are talking about one person who is having both the posts. Is the director, is the principal. Okay. Yes. Means you are referring one thing which is having two adjectives. Clear to you? If the words, next rule, which rule number is this? 8. If the words Now write down each comma, every comma. The sentence is like this: if the words like each comma, every comma, or no, each, every, or no, come before the subject. Come before the subject. The verb is singular. The verb is singular. Means you will always use singular verb. So there are many other words which are always used with singular verb. Here there are three. Some more rules will come like this. Okay, where you use only singular verb. Okay. The example is no smoking and drinking is allowed. Here no smoking and drinking is allowed. You would have seen there in the stations, there at platform, at bus stand, at public places. Okay. So such instructions are given. Every man and woman is required. Every man, M-A-N, man, and woman, man and M-E-N, men. There is slight difference. Okay, man, you drag A, and men, you do not drag this sound. Okay, this is the only difference. Okay, man and men. Man and men. Okay. So every man and woman is required to check I and N. Second last boy is not getting. If you are not getting, you can ask me directly. Why do you peep in the notebook of any other student? Have you written? Every man and woman is required to check in. So here the subject is this dealing with every man and woman. Okay. So you do not take it, you are talking about two things, man and woman. No. You are talking about one thing. Okay. Moreover, the beginning is with every. So just you have written each and every when these things start with the subject. So there you will take it as singular subject. Okay. Next is the same. Don't write it. Neither, nor, either, or. When these things are used, okay, as a subject, you will use singular verb. Okay. If you want to write, you can write for your memory. Otherwise, it is okay. When the sentence starts from all the, so there the following noun is always written in plural form. For example, all the chairs, all the questions, all the flowers. You cannot say all the chair, all the question, all the flower. You will have to write the following noun in plural form. All the students. You cannot write all the student. It will be a wrong expression. So when you write all the or all of the following noun should be in plural form. Okay. And if the following noun is in plural form, that is taken as a subject, you will use plural verb because the subject is in plural form. Clear to you? Verbs, singular verbs, singular verbs, singular verbs are usually put with singular verbs, means you make use of singular verb, okay, with units of measurement, with units of measurement, with units of measurement. Means if you say I have traveled 40 kilometer, so you will say that 40 kilometer is great distance. You won't say 40 kilometer are great distance, though it is 40 plural. Okay, but as per rule, units of measurement is always considered in singular form. Okay, if you are showing height, length, width, okay, anything, weighing, weight, okay, anything, whatever you are showing, so there it will be considered as singular unit, one unit. So if it is considered one unit, you will use singular verb. Okay. For example, 4 quarts quarts of oil. 4 quarts of oil. Sections. Okay. Quarts of oil means quarter means. Okay. Quart is showing 4 and quadrupt when people walk on 4 means babies. Okay, or animals, they are on 4 quadrupt. 4 quarts of oil was required to get the car running. To get the car running. So here verb is, underline the verb was. It is written in singular form. Okay. Are you okay? I don't think so. Here money, one more thing, money is there something you can calculate, but it falls in this category. So you cannot say I have means that plural in plural form, many monies. You can say I have much money. Okay, though you can calculate it, but it falls in this category. Means if you have 500 rupees, you will say 500 rupees are sufficient for me will be wrong. Is 500 rupees is. Alright. So their money it is countable. So never be confused why it is like this. Because it comes in the category of units. Okay. You would have already written each and every. So whenever words like each, every, write down somewhere. I told you that these things will come again. This is not the another rule. It will fall in the same rule. So make a box somewhere and write down subjects with singular verb and write down these words. Make a box. Subjects with singular verb. V-E-R-B, verb. Anybody, comma. Write down these words in the box. Anybody, comma. Anyone, comma. What are you doing? I told you this topic that you are discussing here will help you out for next 10 years. Alright. Always be fair, never be rough. if something is going to be important for you for next 10 years, you have to be serious. Okay? Write it down somewhere, it is important. Anybody, let us finish it up. Anybody, anyone, anything, each, either, either and either, both the pronunciations are correct. Everybody, everyone, these are single word. Okay, everybody, everyone, these are single word. Everything, neither, nobody, no one. Here this no one is a separate word. Okay, these words are to be written separately. No one. This cannot be written together. Rest of the things are to be written together. Okay. Nothing, somebody, single word, someone, single word, something. This is also single word. Okay. So these words are always to be used with singular verb. Okay. So that's all in today's class. We have some more rules, 5 or 10, and the rest of the rules are a bit difficult. And perhaps those rules which are left are more important. Okay, which generally comes in exams. These are something important rules which we shall discuss in the next class. So far we have discussed very general, very ordinary things. Okay. See you students in the next class. Bye bye.